I've seen an increased number of very young baseball players attending showcase camps lately. By very young, I mean 8th grade and 9th grade for the most part. Now, I'm not really a black and white thinker about anything, so I do think that there are instances where it makes sense for an 8th grader or 9th grader to go to a showcase. But I also think in the vast majority of cases, it probably does not make sense for a player that young to attend a showcase, because typically players that young are not fully developed and don't have a lot of college-ready skills to showcase. For example, I saw a profile a while back of a young pitcher, 8th grade, I think, who was throwing like 65 miles an hour for a fastball. To me, that's a waste of time and money for that player to go to that showcase. Now, I think you could argue, well, we want him to get used to the showcase environment, which is fine. Like, every family can make that decision. If the time and money isn't an issue, then every family can make that decision. But they're certainly not going to get recruited by any college program if their profile says 65 miles an hour. Okay. So now, does that mean, if a pitcher's never, only throwing in the 80s, he should never go to a showcase? That's not the case. There's plenty of small college pitchers who even come into college throwing, mid to high 70s, and then they continue to develop for a couple of years and end up being really good college pitchers. But for those types of kids, it doesn't make sense to go to a showcase, in my opinion, until they're at least a junior or senior in high school. So that's my opinion on showcases. If you're a young player, think twice about spending the time and money going to a showcase if you don't have college-ready skills.